Hi, my name is Katiana Salinas and I work for the ABC agency. She is my client, Christina Alexander, and we're going to work in the summarization, information giving, confrontation, and interpretation points. The first one is summarization. You know, Tony, we've been talking a lot about your medication. And as you said that you would take your medication every day.
Right. I know if I don't take my medication, I get very depressed. And I've been depressed all week. I've been slipping taking my medication. So I think that I need to be on a very strict regimen.
When do you take your medication?
Well, I'm supposed to take it 3 times a day, in the morning, at noon, and right after dinner. You know, if I'm out with my friends, it's a struggle for me to take it. I get lazy. I understand the importance. I just need, I guess, to be a little bit more structured. I know that when I come in here, I always promise you that I am going to do everything on my treatment plan, and I screw up. I don't want to do that anymore. I didn't like myself this week. I scared myself. I got very, very depressed.
Sounds like you have experienced some of the consequences of not taking your medication, but you have identified why you missed your medication, and you think it will be good if you work in a very strict plan, in a very strict regimen. So I came up with this summarization response because I put the most important aspects of the client statements are that he's aware of the consequences if he doesn't take his medication, and that he has identified when or why he doesn't take them. Now we're going to practice the information given.
My daughter's having such a hard time making friends. She's so demanding and bossy to everyone. She's always been like this, but since her brother was born, it's gotten a lot worse. At school, Susie spends most of her time alone now. The other kids don't want anything to do with her. I've tried everything. I think that I can, but she's driving me crazy, and so her teacher thought it might be a good idea if I come and talk to you.
It's understandable that you feel frustrated and that you were not able to control your daughter's behavior, but I'm glad you came here to get some other information. I came up with that statement because I identified the most important pieces where that there has been changes in her family, like a newborn, and the little girl has problems at school and at home as well, and mom is feeling frustrated and stressed. Now we're going to do confrontation.
I've been married to Bob for 5 years now, and he's always kind of been a controlling guy, always liked to have his way. Recently, and I kind of am starting to put the pieces together because recently I lost 20 pounds, and I did this because my husband told me that I was too fat. And then another example of kind of ways that he's been controlling, and I've changed my life based on that, is what he told me that, or I've always wanted a child, and he didn't really want one because he was worried that if I got pregnant, I might gain too much weight. And so I kind of gave up the idea of having a child because I was worried that I might not be physically attracted to him anymore. I really, really love him, and I don't want to lose him, and I don't want him to no longer, I couldn't imagine life without him.
It sounds like you feel afraid if you don't do things the way your husband wants you to do it. So you believe that it's okay to put your husband's needs before your own. So I came up with this statement because the points were that his needs are first than hers. He has low self-esteem, and he has a controlling husband. Right? Now we're going to do the interpretation.
Well, to start with, I'm a single parent. And I have an 8-year-old daughter, and her name is Karen. And recently, she's been refusing to go to school. And so basically for the last 4 weeks I haven't made her go to school. I kind of just decided not to force the issue with her. Not only, you know, because I don't mind her being home with me. I kind of like her being home with me, and she doesn't want to go. So now I'm kind of thinking, should I just change her from school, from public school, and put in homeschool? So I'm kind of starting to think a little bit about that.
It sounds to me that it's easier for you to keep her at home rather than challenging her behavior. But you are thinking about another alternative of homeschooling. And I came up with this statement because we found that it seems like mom needs company and lack of consistency or authority at home. But mom has thought about alternative of homeschooling.